Hello there, this is Ty the Movie Guy, and I know I've been gone for like a month now, but I am back to talk about a very, very, very anticipated movie, Oppenheimer, by the one and only Christopher Nolan. So let's talk about it. So this should be a pretty short review. I don't have too many things to mention. I just want to talk about like all the actors did a great, great job. Specifically, Cillian Murphy, our lead actor, of course, he did amazing, and the amount of like A-listers in this movie is kind of insane. I got a little worried that it was going to be distracting every time I saw like a new actor I recognized, but it wasn't that bad. It was just cool seeing so many familiar faces. And once again, Cillian Murphy did an amazing, amazing job. I'm so glad that he finally got to be the lead in one of Nolan's movies, and this was a great movie for him to be the lead in. And then I love the score of this movie, of course. That's something Nolan's always known for, and he's just really good at. And usually he likes to work with Hans Zimmer, but he brought back Ludwig Göransson, which was another great, great choice. And he did amazing with the score. It really helped just make the scenes more emotional and had my heart racing and on the verge of tears and all that great stuff. And then the standout scenes of this movie, I'd say, are just the Trinity test. Obviously, in the middle of the film was amazing. Just is it gonna destroy the world? Well, obviously not. We're still here today, but yeah, is it gonna end horribly? Is it gonna work out? What's gonna happen? That had my heart racing. That was so cool. And then a little bit shortly after, just the I don't want to spoil too much, but the gymnasium scene where Oppenheimer does a speech. If you've seen the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. But that specific scene, that's probably my favorite scene. That was just horrifying and scary and once again on the verge of tears, and my heart was racing. I love that scene so much. And then the third act of the film, I'd say it slows down a bit. It gets into like courtroom drama and just all that kind of stuff. That's definitely the slower part of the film, but also very, very interesting to see if Oppenheimer will be like arrested for what he's done, or do the people like agree with him, or like what will happen to him? Was he in the right? Was he in the wrong? A little bit slower, but still, just the whole movie was like super fun to watch. So if it's a little bit slower, it's still not that bad. But that was definitely it slowed down a bit, but that's perfectly fine. I want to quickly just mention the other movie that came out on the same day as Oppenheimer that lots of people were excited about and loved and everything, and that's of course Barbie. And I'm gonna keep it brief. I wasn't a big fan of Barbie. I'm definitely much more of an Oppenheimer guy. I know Barbie, people were into it for the memes, and then found out like women specifically found out it was like very meaningful to them, and I'm glad that they found meaning out of it, but I didn't find it that funny, and it didn't really speak to me. But Oppenheimer, on the other hand, it spoke to me, and I feel like it would speak to a much broader audience because it's about the world we live in.
How about because this is the most important thing to ever happen in the history of the world?
And like the fear that we have from that event, and that nuclear warfare is a thing now because of like the events in that film. And it's just, to me, it's just much more impactful to literally everyone. And it's I love like philosophical topics in film, like should he have made the bomb, should he not have made the bomb. Well, like in the film, he has to make the bomb or else the Germans will do it first. But I love things like that. Like, was he in the right? Was he in the wrong? You decide. I love that so much. And it really gets you thinking by the end of the movie. Like, me and my friends, we were just like sitting out in the parking lot after the movie, just talking about it, talking about World War II and like the bomb and like different Christopher Nolan movies. It just got us talking, and we were just so excited about this movie. It was just such a great movie. And it's kind of shocking that I don't really have too much to say about it, even though I just loved it that much. You just really got to see it for yourself. And if you like long movies, you'll love this. But if you're not a huge fan of long movies, I don't know how you'll react. Like my friends, I don't think are big long movie fans, but most of them loved it anyways. So that's a great sign. And John Wick 4 was my top movie of the year, but this has topped it, which is great to see. Of course, Nolan, anytime he like makes a movie, it kind of just instantly blows me away, and it becomes like the top movie of the year for me at least. And I'm excited to see what he does next. And you should really, really watch this movie at least once. Like it's just so like informational, and it's probably the, or no, I know it is the easily my favorite biopic ever. And yeah, it's great to learn about the events. It's great to watch some brilliant acting and some suspenseful scenes, and it's just all around a great, great movie. So I, when I logged it on Letterboxd right after watching it, I gave it a 10 out of 10. And I think I'm still leaning towards that. I still think this is a 10 out of 10 movie. And I'm going to see it like a week from now with my family. And because I want them to experience it because it's that good. And I just want to see it again. And like I keep seeing TikToks about it. And it just gets me so, so hyped about this movie that I've already seen. And I'm just, it's a good movie when it like leaves you thinking and leaves you excited to just go see it again. And that's exactly what I feel from this movie. So yeah, this movie's like a 10 out of 10. It's my favorite movie of the year. It's so damn good. Go watch it. Even if you're not a Nolan fan, you just need to watch this once to learn some history. And yeah, that's really about it. Sucks that I wasn't a huge fan of Barbie. Glad lots of other people like it, but at least I have this movie to love and like be obsessed with for like, I don't know, the rest of the year probably. So yeah, go watch it. I loved it, and that's about it. So farewell.